With the 26th pick in the NFL draft, the Green Bay Packers selected Jordan Love, a quarterback out of Utah State. Jordan Love was one of the top quarterback prospects, but the Green Bay Packers of all teams drafted him. The Packers already had a quarterback that had a good 5 years left in him in Aaron Rodgers, and one of the best quarterbacks of this generation. So when Jordan Love was drafted, Aaron Rodgers was obviously mad. So today I'm going to be talking about the players that the Packers could have possibly drafted over Jordan Love, and what I feel like Aaron Rodgers' next move will be because of the drafting of Jordan Love. What's up, everybody? It's AC Analysis, and today I'm going to be talking about the Packers drafting Jordan Love. I know that this was a few months ago during the draft, but it was still a really questionable draft pick. No one knows really why. The Aaron Rodgers still had a few good years left in him, and he's one of the best quarterbacks of this generation. He's been hurt a bit recently, but drafting Jordan Love instead of like a wide receiver or some help for Aaron Rodgers is just disrespectful. Aaron Rodgers still got time to play, and Packers should be going for another run to the Super Bowl, not trying to build for later in the future. That's just my opinion. But today I'm going to be going over who they could have drafted over Jordan Love to help Aaron Rodgers, and what I feel like Aaron Rodgers' next move will be because of the drafting of Jordan Love. Before we get started, I want to say that I'm sorry for the mic quality today. I'm getting a new mic. My previous mic was really buzzy and really annoying and just kind of hard to record videos with, but I'll have a new mic coming soon, and more videos will also be coming in the future. So if you enjoy very consistent football content, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 50 subscribers, so every subscription counts. Let's get started. So first thing is first, I can see maybe why they drafted Jordan Love, because when Aaron Rodgers was drafted, Brett Favre was actually 35 years old, and right now Aaron Rodgers is 36, so maybe they want to repeat the exact same thing over again. But the thing is, at this point in Brett Favre's career, Brett Favre was on a big decline, and Aaron Rodgers just seems to still be playing great. Like last year, they went 13-3, made the NFC Championship game, and just got completely mauled by the 49ers. But still, like, Aaron Rodgers is not on a downward part of his career. At this point, Brett Favre was ready to retire, and he did not retire yet. But Aaron Rodgers, maybe they wanted to draft a good quarterback that they feel like could learn a lot under Aaron Rodgers. But right now, the Green Bay Packers are in a position where they're ready to win. So instead of drafting a quarterback like Jordan Love, they could draft someone like a tackle or a wide receiver or a tight end to help Aaron Rodgers, and maybe in like the third, fourth round, draft a quarterback that can spend 4 or 5 years learning under Aaron Rodgers' belt. By belt, I meant wing. So the Packers, with a really high draft pick and a first round pick, 26th overall, decided to draft Jordan Love, a quarterback. But what else could they have drafted? Their wide receivers include Davante Adams, Allen Lazard, and Marquise Valdes-Scantling. So running back, I feel like they're okay. Aaron Jones is a solid starter. Davante Adams is a stud, and Allen Lazard is an easy number 2 wide receiver. He's a rising player in the NFL. He's an easy number 2 receiver. But they could have easily gone with a wide receiver that I feel like could have really became a good player over years of experience. He could have been a number 3 wide receiver, making him not play against the best of cornerbacks, and they would really easily be able to make their way up in the NFL and possibly become a number 2 and maybe even a future number 1 wide receiver. Their offensive line's pretty good, but they could have used something like a right guard. And I feel like the place where they really could have picked something up is tight end, because right now their tight end is Jace Sternberg. I have never heard of that name in my life besides just now while I'm looking at their depth chart. So I feel like they could have really easily drafted a tight end or maybe a number 3 wide receiver, kind of like what the Dallas Cowboys did when the Dallas Cowboys decided to draft CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's not going to be a number 1 or a number 2 receiver, but he will be the number 3 receiver. Aaron Rodgers could really use another weapon like that, or a tight end that could be a reliable person for him. Now I'm going to go over some players that I feel like they could have drafted over Jordan Love. So over Jordan Love, I feel like they could have drafted Cole Kmet, a tight end out of Notre Dame. He was the first tight end taken in the first 3 rounds, and he was mainly a blocking tight end, but last year he also got 43 receptions for 512 yards. This means that he can catch the ball, so Aaron Rodgers will have a 4th or 5th option, and they need at least a tight end on their team. So they could have the 4th or 5th option, and he could be a good blocker to protect Aaron Rodgers. I feel like it would have been a really good choice. Like I said earlier, I understand why they drafted Jordan Love, but I feel like it was too early to draft him, and they could have drafted a quarterback next year or later. And in the first round, they could have drafted a good blocking talent in Cole Kmet. The next player that I feel like they could have drafted was T. Higgins. This is the last player I'm going to talk about, but T. Higgins was drafted with the 33rd overall pick in the NFL draft, and he was really the next wide receiver that was up there to be drafted. Like I said in the beginning, he could be a solid number 3 wide receiver that could eventually grow and develop into a really good wide receiver, kind of like what I feel like CeeDee Lamb will become. But T. Higgins in his last 2 years of college got around 1,000 yards each season, with his last season getting 1,200 yards. So he's a consistent wide receiver that has shown, and he was obviously good enough because he was drafted just outside of the first round by the Cincinnati Bengals. So Aaron Rodgers could have really used a talent like this, and a talent that, like I said, he could be a number 3 wide receiver, but he's not going to really get the best cornerback. Therefore, he can evolve and become a better player that can be used with the Green Bay Packers. So now I'm going to talk about what I feel like Aaron Rodgers will do now that Jordan Love has been drafted. Again, I know why they drafted Jordan Love, but I don't feel like Aaron Rodgers is on a decline, and I don't feel like they needed to draft someone this early. So I would understand why Aaron Rodgers felt disrespected and would want to be moved to a new team. So here's some teams that I really feel like could use it. The number 1 team is the Chicago Bears. The Bears could really use him because Mitchell Trubisky does not seem like it. Like, he's not a good enough player, and the Chicago Bears have a winning team. Their defense is so deadly with Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack, Kyle Fuller, that's just to name a few of their best players. And with the new quarterback, they can really elevate their team to like Super Bowl level, because in the 2018 season they went 12-4, and when they went 12-4, that was just a beast of a season, and Mitchell Trubisky had a good season then. But 2019 season, he did not really play that well, not being really good enough. Mitchell Trubisky was also drafted ahead of Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. I bet the Bears regret that. The final team I'm going to talk about that I feel like Rodgers, if he leaves, has a good chance of joining. It's the LA Chargers, because the LA Chargers have Justin Herbert, their rookie quarterback, as the starter right now. And it's never really the smartest idea to just put a rookie right into there. Obviously, with Phillip Rivers leaving for the Colts, Justin Herbert is just going to be thrown right into there. And if Aaron Rodgers was with Justin Herbert for just 3 years, Herbert could learn so much that he needs to become a good quarterback and going to be able to take over this LA Chargers franchise. Now, do I think Aaron Rodgers is going to leave? No. Aaron Rodgers has a pretty good contract until 2023, worth about $113 million. He's getting so much money to the point where I don't see why he would leave. Also, Aaron Rodgers is still most likely going to be the starter. He's still a good quarterback. He went 13-3 last season, and I just don't see him leaving. He could leave, but he's pretty wrapped up in a good contract right now. The Packers would be a lot better if they drafted another player to add to their team instead of a backup quarterback, but a backup quarterback to watch Rodgers might have not been the wrong move. I just feel like maybe it was a bit too early of a move, maybe not first round, second round. Rodgers will stay, and Rodgers will still be dominating in the league for years to come. With that being said, that wraps up this video. This has been AC Analysis on what I feel like Aaron Rodgers will do now that Jordan Love was drafted, and who they could have drafted instead of Jordan Love. Like I said many times, I don't think drafting Jordan Love is the wrong move. I just think that there were some better moves that they could have made. Sorry for my mic quality. I'm trying out a different mic right now since my current one is kind of broken. I'm going to get a new one, and it's going to be awesome for you guys. Video is going to be up quite often, so be ready for that. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time.